York City. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning.
A couple of things just to set you up, and then I want you to tell us all about this and paint this picture of what is a fantastic store in New York City. My daughter and I just went to New York City, and we were told by friends that we had to go by this place called Dough, and we had to have cookie dough. And we were also told, get ready, you're going to probably stand in line for a bit, but it's well worth it. So the store is right near, it's right near NYU. And we walked over to it, and we saw a whole line of people across the street, and it looked like they were about ready to get on a charter bus. And I thought, okay, that's fine. And I looked across the street, and there was nobody there. I thought, wow, are we lucky? Maybe we just timed this perfect. Went to the store, and you have a little sign there that says, the line is across the street. We're not kidding. And so we crossed back over the street and stood in line. But it was worth every minute. Kristen, tell us about your place. I can swear to the flavors and the wonderful taste, but I'd like you to tell our listeners about what you've put together.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. You painted the perfect picture. The response has been amazing. So I opened the shop here in Greenwich Village, New York City, at the end of January, after spending about a year and a half testing the market and the product online. And I had this idea for creating a shop all dedicated to edible cookie dough. One day when I was out with a bunch of girlfriends, we were in Philadelphia, and we stopped by a cookie shop, and we decided all to just forego the fresh baked cookies and instead take this tub of cookie dough that they were selling in their freezer and sit in the car and pass it around. And for years, that had always been my favorite treat, and I had been secretly sneaking it straight from the mixing bowl, but that was the moment that I thought.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that everybody's favorite thing about cookies?
Yeah, that's anytime I would bake, I would make a double batch because I knew I was going to eat half of the cookie dough, and I needed something to show for fresh baked cookies. So I would constantly be eating it, but I didn't realize it till then that it was, potentially that everybody loved it and it could potentially live on its own, and nobody was really doing it how I thought about it. So I wanted to create this experience that really celebrated cookie dough and made it safe to eat. So there was no worry about, the raw egg or getting sick, and also gave customers the option to bake it and have it in any way they wanted. So
let's talk about that part. First of all, is that this is safe. You come up with a way or seized a way to make this cookie dough safe from the salmonella scares or any other scare of bacteria that might be a part of uncooked cookie dough.
Yes, absolutely. So the two ingredients that could potentially get you sick in cookie dough that you make at home is the raw egg and the raw flour. And we use a pasteurized egg and a heat-treated flour. So both have gone through a heat process, which kills any potentially harmful bacteria, making it completely safe to eat as well as still bakeable. So that is the beauty of it.
So tell us, describe your store. It reminded me of an ice cream parlor with the tubs, and let our viewers get an idea of what you're offering.
Yeah, so I wanted to create the experience similar to an ice cream shop. So it was familiar, and you kind of knew how it worked, but putting a fun twist on it. So instead of scooping ice cream, you're scooping cookie dough. That's exactly how I had been eating it for years, just by the spoonful, pulling it out of my freezer or fridge, just like I would a carton of ice cream. So the experience is set up just like that. You can get a scoop in a cup, in a cone. You can put it in a milkshake. We've got all sorts of baked treats as well. And then anything you can put cookie dough in, we do. So we have a cookie dough pie. We have cookie dough fudge, and all sorts of complimentary treats to go along with it. So, fresh milk and ice cream and coffee. And it's really just meant to be an experience that brings you to this very happy, nostalgic place. And you just, a lot of our customers just love every minute of the experience.
So a couple of things. It's available online, and my daughter last night reminded me that we have to order online from you. We are starting to go through withdrawal symptoms. But you're from St. Louis, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. So I grew up in Chesterfield, until I went to college in Cincinnati. I went to design school. But yeah, my family is still there. My parents are still in Chesterfield, and St. Louis is certainly my hometown.
When I posted online about my experience, all of a sudden people started reaching out to me and saying, I know her, she's my cousin, and she's from St. Louis. When are we going to get a dough in St. Louis?
Not soon enough. My gosh, we're working as quickly as we can to expand our retail footprint. But right now, I would say our nationwide shipping is the best way to get it. If you're not in New York City, obviously I encourage everyone to come visit us in Greenwich Village, but we do ship nationwide through our website, and you can get all 20 flavors through our online site.
Give us that website.
It is www.cookiedonyc.com.
So Cookie Dough NYC, but the dough is spelled D-O.
Exactly, and you'll understand why as soon as you click on it and see our logo and see what it's all about. Kristen
Tomlin, the creator, the owner of Cookie Dough Confections, Cookie Dough NYC. I'm telling you, the stuff is fantastic. And if you are in New York City, go there. Allow a little bit of time to wait in line. Every minute you spend in line will be well worth it. Thank you for joining us this morning. We look forward to having you in St. Louis with a store soon.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.